Hi, today I'm going to give you another example of how to solve using the elimination or addition method. A lot of times your professor will say you can choose which method to do based on the equations. And in this case, the elimination method is probably easier than substitution because we don't have either of these equations solve for x or solve for y. So normally what I would do is I can add down the equations. Now, if I add down here, I get 5x and I get a negative 9y. That's not going to work because I need to eliminate one of them, right? Elimination or is a better, kind of a better word for this, what's happening. So I really have two choices. I can multiply the x here by a negative 4, which would eliminate the x's. Or I could multiply this by a negative 2, which would make this a positive 6 and eliminate that way. I think I'm going to do the x because it's easier and doesn't involve as many. It's going to be a little bit easier, I think. So the top is just coming across. We're not going to make any changes to it. It's still going to be 4x minus 3y equals 8. The bottom, on the other hand, I am going to multiply it by a negative 4. Okay? So I tell myself here, I'm going to multiply by a negative 4. Don't get confused and think it's an x. It's a multiply. So we're multiplying by a negative 4. So when I multiply by a negative 4, I have to multiply all the terms so that this equation stays in balance and has the same, generally the same value, except now everything's multiplied by a negative 4. So I get negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times a negative 6 is a plus 24y. And negative 4 times 2 is a negative 8. So what I've done by doing this step is now I can add down and the x's will go away. 4x minus x is 0x, right? 0. Here I have 24 minus 3, which is 21y. And I get 8 minus 8, which is 0. Ooh, that's weird. But don't worry about it. Notice that if y is 0, this whole thing works. But if you don't remember that, you can divide both sides by 21. Remember, it's multiplied now, so I divide to cancel it. These become 1, so it's just y. And then remember, 0 divided by 21. Anything with 0 divided by is just going to be 0. So my y part of the equation is 0. But I still need the x part, right? I still need the x part to solve this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it back in one of the two equations. You choose. Pick one that's easiest. Notice this bottom. If I cancel this, I'm just left with x. That's probably the one to choose. So I'm going to say x minus 6y equals 2. I'm going to plug in the y equals 0. Remember, use parentheses. It'll help you out to keep you from making mistakes. 6 minus 0 is 0. So this just becomes x equals 2. Oh my gosh, I'm done. That wasn't too bad. So my answer is 2, 0. Remember, it's got to be in XY ordered pair format. So it's 2, 0. That is my answer to this equation. I hope you enjoyed it. Check back for more.